Feeling lost in your life is a good thing, and I'll explain why that is. A lot of men feel like they have this desire, and I have this desire as well, to see what's on the other end of the horizon. You know, you've got this curiosity to find out what lays beyond the land that you know, what's in the distance, what's in the unknown. A sense of curiosity. You don't care what you'll find, you just want to know what it is. That is a feeling that men have felt for millennia, thousands of years. That's why we've explored the ends of the earth, because curiosity is one of the main drivers for human achievement. But nowadays, the issue that a lot of men are facing these days is that they feel lost because everything's already been done. You know, you can turn on your phone right now and you can see everything. You have access to infinite knowledge. You have access to infinite answers. You can find out what the ends of the earth look like in a simple Google search. You can look at all the images online and find out what it looks like. And then that depletes your desire to find out for yourself. Feeling lost is a common thing, and men have felt like it since the dawn of time. But the issue we have now is that we feel like there's no reason to act on it. You know, we have social media, we have these simple pleasures, simple desires, simple answers that deter us away from finding out the answer for ourselves. AI has made it just as hard because we now have access to everything at a grasp. And that's why so many men feel like they're lost and they have no reason to live, because everything's already been explored. There's nothing to be curious about in this world anymore. But I think that idea should change completely. See, what I did to stop feeling lost is I realized that I had to make a change. I had to explore, you know, because I felt like this wee guy here, mind the drawing because I know it's not great, but I felt like I was trapped in a hole and the water was rising. I felt like there was no escape and I couldn't get out. And I felt like I was drowning when I was at my lowest. But what I did was I decided to leave everything behind. I decided to explore the world. I decided to move to Australia. I lived and did construction jobs. I did sales jobs. I worked in a bar in New Zealand. I did all of these jobs not with the goal of finding anything specific, but just to see what was on the other side of that mountain. And that's really what helped me pulling out myself from feeling lost. Because feeling lost is a good thing, because it's a gateway, it's a pathway, it's a journey that you need to find for yourself. But a lot of men don't realize that it's a journey they need to figure out. They think all the answers can be found online. You know, that's why self-help is such a massive industry, because you can sell to all these young men all these emotions that they can't get themselves. They feel like they'll find it in a book, or they'll find it in a program or a course. They'll find it when they make more money, or when they get that promotion, or when they're more successful. But the truth is, all of these things, all of these internal things will never change. You'll always feel like you're stuck in this pit and the water's rising, because curiosity is the way out of feeling lost. You know, you must explore, you must quench that curiosity thirst that we all have inside of us. You need to explore the world. You need to just say yes to doing all these side quests and just see what happens. You know, when I moved, when I was 20, as I said, I went to Australia. I lived there for a couple of years. I got chased by kangaroos. I got chased by men with machetes. I've been bitten by poisonous spiders. You know, there's so many things that I never thought I would encounter, but I'm glad I did, because they shaped who I was just through experience alone. And that's what most men don't understand, is that to get out of feeling lost, you need to get out of the hole physically. You need to leave where you are. If you're feeling like this when you're in your bedroom, get out of your bedroom. You know, it's as simple as that. If you feel like that when you're at home living with your parents, stop living with your parents. Go live somewhere else. I know it's a bit harder than that, but it's as simple as that. It's as simple as just getting up and leaving. Leave everything behind. Discover what you haven't found already.